Welcome, it's Saturday morning, Scottish Grand National Day, and what a meeting this is all throughout the years. So I'm going to give you my selections for the day. Now, before I get into my selections, I would just like to touch on yesterday, our nap of the day. Really nice price at the off, 12 to 1. Unfortunately, still learning on the job, got held up a bit and flew home to finish 5th, but one definitely on our side, and keep him close, and when he's running the next day, definitely be on, because he is ahead of the handicapper, especially over middle distance, the staying trips. Okay, we had a horse to follow yesterday for the season, snatching the 4th place. He was as big as 100 to 1 throughout the day. Now, I just want to make this clear for all my followers. I had a few people that backed the horse with firms that only played 3 places in a 21 or 2 runner maiden. So be very careful, lads. Do not bet with them main bookies. If a bookie is paying 4 places or 5 places, you make sure you find it's on you. Do not do what's convenient. You need to not let them fucking bookies take money out of your pocket. So have a couple of different accounts. If one is 25 to 1, or if one is 33 to 1, you know who to bet with. If one is paying 5 places or 3 places or 4 places, you know who to bet with. You go to the firms that give the best value. Excuse me. So make sure from here on in, you do not bet with a bookmaker just because it's convenient to you. I cannot stress how important it is to swing the odds in your favour. We have enough against us trying to find winners without letting the bookies really drive the boot in. So yeah, bear that in mind. Always bet with the bookie that has the biggest price on the selection and the most places. So really I cannot stress how important that is. And yeah, I don't want nobody taking shit deals that's following me. We want to get the best value from every single individual bet you're having. So if you are with, say for instance, one firm and they're offering 5 to 1, and you see a new firm has 6 to 1, will you fucking change your bet? You open an account on that one and you take the 6 to 1. Do not be fucking taking 5 to 1 with 3 places when a bookie has 6 to 1 and 4 places. Alright, I'm going to move on. My selections today, I'm only looking out for you. I want what's best for you. Right, the 320 Newbury. So this is a horse, Matthew Flinders. I marked him up last year. Really nice horse by the great Sayuni. He had a beautiful first run in Haydock on debut, and I said to myself, this is a really nice horse. And yeah, just given a lovely ride the first time out, finished off nicely. Then went and was a nice winner in Doncaster over 1.25 miles. Then had, I think it was a run in Sandown somewhere, or Renault-K anyway. Then was a very nice winner back over 1 mile on nice quick ground. So we got good ground today in Newbury, and this horse off a mark of 97 hasn't hit his ceiling. I'm willing to take a chance. I think he definitely could end up a real listed type, maybe even a Group 3 horse, who knows. But let's see, God knows where he could end up, but he is a nice type, likes quick ground. The flat mile in Newbury will definitely suit him, and I think he has a massive chance. He's around the 5 to 1 mark or 9 to 2 mark, so make sure and get on today. I really think he's a horse. Obviously first run of the season, it's hard to gauge, but there is a little bit of money for him. He was as big as 7 to 1. Matthew Flinders could be a very decent horse, and he could be ahead of the handicapper off a mark of 97. Well, we definitely haven't seen the best of him. Okay, moving on to, we'll just touch on Dundalk quickly first. So the 5:15, there's a filly in the maiden here. Let's pronounce it. Shashada, Chris Hayes, Kevin Prendergast. She is even money, but she looks like she could be pretty smart. And I don't like tipping favourites, but this filly just looks like she could be very good. And yeah, I'm willing to say that even money on her run in the Curragh the first day. Natural improvement, has a fast pedigree. Back to 6 furlongs today. Definitely could be above the average. And yeah, look at the firm she's with. very smart firm. So, and they always give time to these debutants first time out, especially in those colours. Okay, moving on to the Scottish Grand National. So I went through it all morning. I've been up early. I did like Sam's Adventure, and then I said, I think the ground might be drying too much. And then I said, Chef Duver. I came down to Chef Duver. Sneaks in here off the minimum weight. Jonathan England riding for his wife Sam. Just definitely looks like a steer. Got up on the line of Haydock the last day. Getting in for lightweight. Unexposed maybe still. I know I think it's 10-year-old, but for me has plenty of upsides. So for the Scottish Grand National, Chef Duver, or however you pronounce it, to run a massive race around the 16-1 mark. Was as big as 20s. So shop around. Make sure you are betting, especially in the National. Make sure you are betting with as many places as possible and the best odds as possible. So Chef Duver, I've narrowed it down to. And yeah, that's my pick in the Scottish Grand National. And a very shrewd partnership. Jonathan England and his wife Sam, no strangers to the winner's enclosure, and can really get horses ready. So the 445, the last selection of the day. This is a horse trained in Ireland, trained by none other than a friend of mine, Patrick Neville. Glen Trewin, a really nice horse. Goes over after winning his maiden in a nice stylish fashion, with a lovely patient ride from Gary Noonan the last day. This is a horse, definitely a really smart chaser in the making. But I think he can still be good enough to go over off a mark of 118 or 119, whatever it is, and get the job done. Yes, the ground is drying out a lot. Maybe good to soft would have been ideal, but we'll see how he handles the quicker conditions. But he does seem to be a fluid moving horse, very athletic horse. But this is a beautiful big horse, one for your notebooks for chasing in the future. So let's hope he can get it done today. And yeah, Gary Noonan in the saddle. So his confidence will be riding high after really producing this horse to win late in the day, the last day. So he definitely has a lot of upside for me. He is above the average horse, and let's hope he can show it today in here. But if not, do not lose faith in this horse, because when he goes over a fence, you're going to see a proper horse. Okay, that's my selections for today. The time for codding is over.